Greetings. Oh, hold on. Let me put my headphones in so you all can actually hear me. I don't know if this makes a difference, but it may or may not make a difference. But we're going to act like it makes a difference tonight. So, greetings. Good evening. Once again, I know it is late, but it happened again. I don't know, that might be a sign where as soon as I posted that I was about to go live, online in, I think, 30 minutes. Baba Richard and Mama Namaste started a video. And so I was like, oh, wait, no, got to stop everything because I need to watch my spiritual parents and make sure that I catch those nuggets. Hey, Linda, how are you? So if you are hopping on, hop in and say hi. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you are watching from. By the way, I have two cameras going, so I want to make sure that both cameras get the attention that they deserve. So I have Facebook land over here and I have Instagram land over here. So if you're just hopping on, hop in, say hi, let me know who you are, let me know where you are watching from. If I have interacted with you before, hello. You know, I love interacting with my people on these platforms. And if I've never met you before, hi, and welcome. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Atandra Benshale. I am a feminine wellness coach and a Reiki therapist, and I support you by showing you how to enhance your life through movement, meditation, and magic. So that is who I am. That is what I do. I am also the keeper of the Mermaid's Wisdom at www.themermaidswisdom.com. So you can check out my website to get to know a little bit more about me and what it is that I do. And there's that. All right. So I actually do want this video to be quick. Yesterday, I said that I wanted the live video to be quick, and it turned out to be like over an hour. But this one I really do want to be quick. So if you're hopping in, again, hop in, say hi, throw up some hearts, let me know that you're here. The other thing I'd like for you to do is to like and share this video, because I know, hey there, Carmen, how are you, beautiful? I know that the information that I am sharing here on this video is important, and I know that it will be beneficial to other women who are in your community. So definitely like, definitely share. So one of the things that happens often, and it's kind of the same trend that happens at the beginning of each year, people begin to set their fitness goals. So they have questions about what types of workouts they should be doing, wanting to change their diet, starting new gym memberships, and all of these different things that come along with making different kinds of decisions about, hey there, Linda, about how you interact with your body and how you interact with your food. And so when people start making these decisions and they start going into gyms, or they start looking up things on the internet, and they're trying to gather all of the information, like, what should I do? What tools do I need? I really want to be successful. What are the things that I need to gather to make me successful? And what happens oftentimes, mostly for people who start brand new gym memberships, is that they're introduced to all of this terminology. And then after they're introduced to all of this new terminology, then they start being introduced to new technology. So there's metabolic testing, and there's technology for that. There are different kinds of scales that tell you the different kinds of body fat that you have. And so there's technology for that. And one of the most popular pieces of technology that is researched, or that people have questions about, are the wearable pieces of technology. So like the Fitbits, or for example, what I have here, my own is, this is probably upside down for you, but like the Apple Watch. So different kinds of wearable technology. And I wanted to do this video because, again, I watch these trends every single year. January 1st comes, everybody has these goals, and everybody is asking. Happening oftentimes is when they're talking to trainers or they're talking to other fitness professionals, there's all of this lingo. You need this kind of tracker, you need this kind of watch, because it's got to get these metrics and this and this and this and this and this. So I wanted to speak to that. So the first thing that I wanted to discuss is this. If you are not an athlete, meaning you are not a professional swimmer or a professional basketball player or a baseball player or anything like that, if you are not an athlete, then when it comes to your wearable technology, you don't need the most advanced technology that's available. Contrary to popular belief, or contrary to even what some professionals may be trying to sell you when you're getting your membership, if you are not an athlete, you don't need the most advanced technology. And one of the things that's important to understand about fitness trackers, especially when it comes to the ability of the tracker to track calories, because I think that's probably one of the most popular reasons why people want these fitness trackers, is because I need to see how many calories I'm burning. I want to know how many calories I'm burning, because that's going to determine how many calories I get to eat, and so on and so on and so on. Most fitness trackers, the majority of fitness trackers that are available on the market today, have an 85% inaccuracy rate when it comes to the ability of that piece of technology to accurately determine the number of calories that you are burning during your physical activity. I'm going to say that again. The majority of the fitness trackers, the wearable technologies that are available on the market, have an 85% inaccuracy rate when it comes to the ability of that device to track calories. 85% inaccuracy, which means that 85% of the time, that piece of technology, that wearable device that you're wearing, is going to be wrong when you're looking at the number of calories. In fact, most of the time when you're looking at the amount of calories that you've burned on your fitness tracker, your wearable technology, your device, that number can be off. Good evening, Esther. How are you? Hey, Tanisha. That number can be off by 1,000 calories. So that could mean that you burned 1,000 more calories, or that could mean that you actually burned 1,000 fewer calories than what is showing on the actual device. And even the best pieces of wearable technology, the best fitness trackers, even those have a 27% inaccuracy rate. So that's almost 30%. So if we go ahead and round it, even the absolute best trackers on the market, when it comes to tracking the number of calories that you are burning, those trackers, the absolute best trackers on the market, are still going to be 30% inaccurate, which means that if you use it 10 times, it's only going to be right about 7 out of those 10 times. Now, the reason why that's important for you to understand is because with regard to being able to make changes in your body, if you're measuring that quantitatively, that requires at minimum an 85%. Good evening, Roslyn. How are you? An 85% accuracy rate, meaning or an 85% commitment rate at the bare minimum. You need to be at least 85% compliant at the bare minimum. So if the best trackers on the market can only guarantee you roughly about a 70% accuracy rate, you're already 15% away from where you need to be. Now, the other thing that you need to be I don't want to say concerned, but the other thing that you need to consider with regard to wearable technology is that one of the reasons why that wearable technology has such a huge margin of error is because the further away the sensor is from the center of your body, which for all intents and purposes we're going to call the heart, the further away the sensor is from the heart, the less accurate it's going to be. So where are most of the most popular wearable devices worn? On your wrist. And how far is that away from your heart? So in terms of wearable devices, you've got the ones that are on your wrist, which is the ones that are most readily available on the market. You've got the ones that you could wear on your bicep, which is a little bit closer to your heart. So it's going to give you a little bit more of an accuracy rate. And then you've got the ones that you wear on your chest. And those are going to give you the most accurate reading in terms of the number of calories that you're burning. But remember, even the best devices still have at least a 30% error rate or 27%. Okay. So, okay, Atandra, well, if most of the fitness trackers on the market are 85% wrong when it comes to counting my calories, then what is the purpose of me even having one? Like, why should I even have one? Well, here's what those devices are really good for. They're really good for helping you identify trends in your physical activity. So most fitness devices, most wearable technology has somewhere where you can kind of look at the data that it's giving you. And so you can look at it week by week or day by day, and you can start to notice some different trends in your physical activity. So for example, if Tuesdays you have these really important meetings back to back at the office, and you go in and you look at your activity tracker, and it seems like you're getting a lot less movement on Tuesdays, right? So you take a look at it for a couple of weeks. It seems like you're getting a lot less movement on Tuesdays. Then what that could mean for you is maybe that means that you need to take Tuesdays off, because Tuesdays, because of your meeting schedule, because of your work schedule, based on the trend that you're seeing here in the data that's being tracked by your fitness tracker, Tuesdays may just not be a good day for you. You may need to go ahead and take Tuesdays off. Right? Does that make sense? So it's really good for helping you identify trends. It's also really good for helping you identify the consistency of the level of activity that you are engaging in every time you exercise. So what do I mean by that? So you do a particular exercise. Let's say that on Thursdays, you take a group fitness class at your local gym. Okay. You take it every Thursday. It's every Thursday at 7 p.m. And for the most part, the workout is the same. So let's say that it's a signature format by the fitness center that you go to. So for the most part, the workout is the same. And every time you finish that workout, you look and it says that you have burned 1,500 calories. Now, the reality is you may or may not have burned 1,500 calories. However, if every single time you go to that class, your fitness tracker, your wearable device, shows you that you have burned 1,500 calories, what that shows you is that you are consistently giving the same kind of physical effort every time you go to that class. And so what that does for you is that helps you sort of self-check yourself. Am I giving my best every single time that I go to this class? Right? Am I consistently putting in the same amount of work or the same amount of effort every time I go to this class? Right? It can also help you determine whether or not you're actually adapting to the form of exercise that you're doing. So let's say that you're going to this class, and originally every time you went to this class, you were burning 1,500 calories. Okay, let's say that was the case. Okay, so you're going to this class. 30 days later, you're burning 1,500 calories. 60 days later, you're burning 1,435 calories, and then 90 days later, it shows you're only burning 1,200 calories. What happens a lot of times when people see this is they'll immediately start judging themselves. Oh my God, like I'm not working hard enough. I feel like I'm working hard enough. I feel like I'm putting in the same amount of effort. I'm tired. I'm sweaty. I need to go home and take a shower and a nap. Like I feel like I'm putting in the same amount of effort. Why is it that I'm burning fewer calories now than I was when I started? Well, what your activity tracker is showing you is that your body is adapting to that kind of exercise. And what that means is that originally when you started this form of exercise, whatever the class was or whatever the type of exercise it was costing you more energy because your body was not used to that. You weren't in as good of shape as you are today. So 90 days ago, you weren't in this kind of shape. So it's not necessarily a judgment, but what happens is people will look at the activity tracker and they'll say, oh my God, I'm burning fewer calories. So what that means is that I need to eat less. And then they start making all of these kinds of drastic decisions and drastic moves with their food, which is not healthy long-term, I should say. Or let me take that back. I don't want to use that word. Is not going to give you the result that you are looking for long term. Right? So when you're looking at this, it can help you determine whether or not you're getting in better shape, for a lack of better term. And so when you're doing this, if you have goals and your goals are based on calorie burn or something like that, then at that point you can make a decision about whether or not you need to continue with that class or whether or not you need to continue with that form of exercise or whether you need to move on to a form of exercise that is more challenging or maybe more rigorous for you. Okay. And the third thing that these wearable trackers, the wearable devices are good for, can support you in doing is they're great for helping you set alarms and helping you set reminders and for helping you to set reminders about the goals that you have set for yourself. So if you set a goal for 5,000 steps a day, then your wearable device is really good at, if you have that capability in that device, at reminding you, hey, it's 2:00, you're only at 1,000 steps today. Hey, it's 5:00. You haven't done your breathing, which, on the device that I have the Apple Watch. And so on the device that I have, you can actually set up time where you take time to just sit down and breathe. And so they're really good for helping you with that and helping keeping you accountable with your goals. So again, I'm not here to tell you not to buy them. What I am here to tell you is that the way that you think that you're supposed to use them is not going to give you the best result. Okay? So what are some things that you should consider if you are looking into purchasing a fitness tracker or a wearable device of some kind? The first thing you should consider is the style. Do you like the style? Now, again, let me go ahead and back up for those of you who are just now hopping on. I'm not speaking to the athlete. I'm not speaking to the professional fighter or the MMA fighter. That's not who I'm speaking to. I am speaking to the regular woman, the regular man who's just like, it's 2020. I want to change my body. I want to change the things that I'm eating. I want to change the way that I'm engaging with my body and my food. So I'm speaking to regular people. For those of you who are athletes or professional fighters or professional wrestlers, that is a completely different kind of conversation that I'm not having. So I may have that conversation later if I have some athletes that actually have some questions. But if I don't, I won't be having that conversation. So again, the first thing you need to be considering is the style. Do you like the style? Why is this important? Because if you like the style, then you are more likely to consistently wear the device. We're human beings. Aesthetics are important, especially for women. I know for myself, if it's not... Are you judging me over there, sir? My beloved is over there judging me. But I don't know if you can see, but the wristband that I have on mine, and I'm actually looking into some other ones, some prettier ones. But for me, if I don't like the way that it's going to look with my clothes, I'm not going to wear it. So you want to look at the style because, again, with the wearable devices, there's so much technology out there and they're going to sell you like it does this and it does this and it does that and it does this and it does that. But it's like big and it's bulky and it's ugly and you can't wear it with anything. I know that's important for me. And I know that's important for a lot of women that I work with. So the first thing you want to look at is the style. Do you like the style? The second thing that you want to consider is the battery life. A lot of the wearable technology that has the really advanced algorithms and they can pick up on all of these little different things and they measure all of these different things, they have horrible battery life. And what you don't want is a situation where, you know, your day starts at 5 a.m. You may not come back home until 7 or 8 o'clock. And at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, your watch is powering down because it doesn't have enough battery. So you want to ask about the battery life because, again, this is supposed to fit into the ecology of your lifestyle. So unless you plan on carrying the charger for your device with you everywhere that you go, you want to make sure that you're purchasing something that's got a long enough battery life for the amount of time that you're going to be outside of your home. The third thing that you want to take a look at is the user experience of the technology. Is it user friendly? Is it something that you can easily learn how to use? Do you know how to use it? Can somebody give you a demonstration on how to use it? So again, when you're going into your fitness centers, when you're going into your gyms, everybody's got the piece of technology that they want to sell you, and they want to sell you the biggest and the baddest. And if you want the biggest and the baddest, that's totally okay. But if you're not an athlete or a professional fighter, you don't necessarily need that. And so it doesn't make sense for you to put yourself through the frustration of learning this advanced kind of technology just so that you can be able to track how many steps you're taking every day. So you want to make sure that the technology is easy enough for you to use. The fourth thing you want to look at is whether or not the device is actually durable enough for the kind of activity that you will be engaging in, right? So for me, I walk, I jog, I do yoga, I do body weight exercises, things of that nature. Those are the things that I prefer to do for physical activity to help take care of my physical life force. And so with the kind of activity that I do, the band that I have on my watch works perfectly fine. But if I was a mountain climber, or if I was an avid swimmer, or if I did like hot yoga or something like that, then the band that I'm wearing may not work for that. So you need to look at the type of activity that you're going to be doing and make sure that the device is durable enough for that. Are you mountain climbing? Do you do hot yoga? Does it need to be waterproof? So these are some of the things that you need to consider. And the last thing that you want to take a look at, the last thing that you want to ask is, can you integrate your device with apps and other systems that you are already using? If you've already got some type of a meal planner or some type of a meal tracker or something like that, then it makes a lot of sense for you to be able to integrate whatever technology you're using into those systems, so that when you go back and you look at your activity, or you're looking at your meals, or you're looking whatever it is that you're tracking, you're able to go into one place to see it. So for example, with Curves, which is my online coaching program, it's a movement and nourishment program for women that I designed specifically for women who desire to love their bodies and learn how to communicate with their bodies at every single stage of their body transformation. Well, with that program, the app that I use for the workouts and for the things that I put in there for the assignments and all of that has the ability to integrate certain wearable devices. And so the women in the Curves program, if they have certain wearable devices, if they have certain wearable technology, they can integrate that technology into the app that we're going to be using for the coaching program. And so now what happens is, when they open up the app for the coaching program, they're able to see all of their metrics, or at least some of the metrics from their wearable device there as well. Okay? So I hope that this was helpful. I know that it was late. My bad, y'all. But I don't miss classes from my videos and classes from my spiritual parents. I just don't do it. I shut everything down and listen to them. That's just what I do. So, but I hope this was helpful. If you are a woman, to all of the ladies who may be watching this broadcast, I want you to go to www.themermaidswisdom.com/curves. And I want you to take a look at my Curves movement and nourishment program. It is a 6-week online movement and nourishment coaching program. So we've got workouts, we've got yoga, we've got nutrition planning. Oh, thank you, Esther. We've got nourishment plans, and it's a wonderful, beautiful, dynamic program that is designed to help you learn how to engage with your body on a much deeper level. So if you are looking to lose weight, this program is for you. If you are looking to gain weight, this program is for you. If you don't care about weight, and you're like, I am totally fine with the shape of my body, I just want to get active and I just want to connect with my body on a deeper level, this is for you. I've even designed the program so that you can engage with the yoga classes and the workouts based on where you are in your feminine cycle. And so we're going to talk a lot about that as a part of the program. So it is a program that is designed and beautiful. That woman who wants a coach who is feminine, who wants a coach who is not going to push you and force you to go hard or go home in the gym, who wants a no diet approach to learning how to nourish your body with foods that you love and foods that make you feel good. That is who this program is for. Greetings, Madam Guru. Thank you for joining me this evening. So, take a look at that program. It's at www.themermaidswisdom.com/curves. Okay. Now, if you want the replay of this video, because I know on Instagram it only stays for a little while, I am going to put this on my YouTube channel. So it'll be on my YouTube channel, and it'll also be on my Facebook. So if you missed the beginning, you can go back and watch the replay. And if you are on Instagram and you miss it after the 24-hour period, it'll be available on my YouTube channel, and you can just click the link in the bio for that. Okay. All right. So that is all that I have for you lovely, lovely people this evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I really, really, really appreciate your time and your attention. And, yeah, I love you. And I wish you all of the joy and the peace and the passion and the pleasure and the favor and the abundance and the ease and the flow that you can receive into your own life experience. I love you. Bye.